guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today we're going to take a look at the best Expo player in the world. I'm sure you guys could have probably guessed who is going to be on the channel. It is none other than the Pain Gaming CR Pro himself. It is Karnage. Karnage Z Pain back on the channel. Here is the Expo deck in case you guys are unacquainted. He is currently just inside the top 100 at 7,712 trophies. This is a long season, guys. Have any of you guys hit your new personal best? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below so I can congratulate you if I can speak today. And I want to show you guys this just in case you missed it. We're going to get a hell of a lot of new emotes in Season 4 of Clash Royale. Shocktober update was well, I guess not leaked. It was revealed by Supercell in their TV News Royale video. So this is, I actually really like these emotes. What is your favorite? Mine is actually the Night Witch. She looks like, I don't know, cool. It's hard to even tell she's a Night Witch there. The one actually on the bottom is my favorite out of these new ones. Then you see the Elixir Gollum as well. But yeah, I really like kind of the, I don't know, the motif, if you will, of that Night Witch. Anyway, guys, I want to go ahead and share with you guys Karnage's top 5 tips for Expo, including the biggest mistake he sees other players making when they play Expo, which is generally considered a fairly high skill cap deck, even in this Expo heavy meta right now, to the annoyance of some of you guys. So we're gonna do replays, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give the deck a try in the arena. Before we do, let's go ahead and thank today's video sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Guys, I will be covering Raid Shadow Legends here on the channel as part of 5 video series featuring Chosen Brad, who is a Raid Shadow Legends YouTuber. Now, my favorite champion is still Kale. Have you guys downloaded this game yet? If so, let me know who is your favorite champion. I'm going to be giving away 10 mystery shards so you guys can have the opportunity to unlock some more champions inside the game. There are a ton of them, no matter what you like, guys. Whether it's engaging in the storyline, unlocking new champions, or kind of questing and grinding up your champions, there's something, like I said, for everybody in this game. So check out the amazing graphic and details on these champions, guys. One thing I love about this game is you can totally customize your champions to your own desire. You can go ahead and make your own builds regarding masteries on all these different champions. You can also have customizable artifacts on each one of these champions. So guys, if you download using my link in the video description, you can get 100,000 silver, 2 clan boss keys, 10 mystery shards, and a free epic champion. That's really a haul for new players, so don't miss out, guys. Check out Raid Shadow Legends using the download link below. All right, guys, so I wanted to go ahead and start here. Karnage playing against P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, because P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam is really still incredibly popular in the game. As a matter of fact, I think it's the second most used archetype. Actually, the first most used archetype, the second most used card, the most popular win condition itself inside top ladder, top 1,000, I believe, is Royal Giant, which we'll have on the channel again in a few days. But the most popular archetype as a whole is Bridge Spam. It's just not one particular card, because sometimes it uses Battle Ram, sometimes Ram Rider, different versions of the deck, whereas right now the dominant Royal Giant deck is, well, I guess I'll show you that in a few days, in case you don't already know it. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, teaser alert for you guys. So let's go ahead and cover the tips first in this first replay, and then we'll go ahead and focus kind of more on the play-by-play, and then again I will go ahead and jump into the arena myself here. So Karnage's top 5 tips for the deck. Tip number 1 is never use Ice Wizard or Mega Minion at the very start. So do not cycle your Ice Wizard or your Mega Minion behind your King Tower to start out a match. Why? Because really this deck, you need them for air counters, and if your opponent is playing an air deck and you don't have those cards in hand, they can just really punish you. Maybe even worst case scenario, just take a tower after you haphazardly cycle them behind your King Tower to start out the match. Tip number 2. Starting plays with this deck is always going to be skeletons in the back split if he has them. If not, either an Ice Golem cycled in the back or a log on the opponent's tower. He's not afraid to start out with a log to get a little bit of chip damage, force the opponent to maybe make a play and get some more intel, some more information on what deck the opponent is playing. Tip number 3 is he says players he watch Using Expo, don't use enough defensive Expos, particularly in single elixir time. A lot of times in single elixir, not necessarily in this match, he's playing a lot of defensive Expos against bridge spam. If your opponent is giving you the opportunity to play offensive Expos, by all means take it, as in this match. But, you know, if they're playing really aggressively, don't be afraid to just keep cycling the defensive Expos. Wait till double elixir time, where you'll have a better shot at getting some damage and cycling 2 Expos, one on defense and then one on offense. Speaking of that, tip number 4, in double elixir, you can use your defensive Expos on the strong side tower. You guys know the positioning, right? When you use your Expo like hugging your princess tower, and then you quickly cycle to another Expo on offense, and if your opponent does not spell that strong side tower in that Expo, it's a really good situation for you. Stacking Expos is a key to victory in a lot of Expo matchups. Tip number 5, biggest mistake he sees players making in Expo in general, all over ladder, is cycling rockets. He says players lose way too much with this deck because they are too aggressive with their rockets. He'll use defensive rockets sometimes, but on offense, especially early on, let's just get to when does he use rocket, right? At the end of matches. When he has the tower down to 2 rocket range and is close to the end of the match, he will start cycling rockets. 2 rocket range, that's it. Other than that, he's going to need to see 4+ elixir value on his rocket to use it offensively. So it has to be an E-Drag or a Hunter, Cannon Cart, Sparky, whatever. He's not going to just use it on, a Mega Minion. He just says that people using 2 offensive rockets is just too hard with this deck. It's not 2.9 Expo. It's too hard oftentimes to overcome those elixir trade-offs, those elixir deficits. So those are the top 5 tips for the deck, coming from Karnage, the CR Pro himself. Let's go ahead and jump into the next replay here. Alright guys, this next replay here is against Surge TS, another pro player. Surge TS, a beast, obviously. He's teammates with the other Surge now in Team Liquid in CRL West, so keep an eye out for him. So CRL Pro versus CRL Pro here at the top of the ladder, and there it is, Karnage starting off with that log in the beginning to just cycle some damage onto Surge's tower. And again, guys, notice that that is one of the starting plays he talked about, using that log in the back. So here comes a Musketeer by Surge. Surge playing an interesting Miner, Barbarians, Balloon deck with the Furnace as well. So we talked about this in the 5 tips. We're playing that offside defensive Expo. Karnage very, very happy to use those defensive Expos. Again, it's something he said when he watches other players, even pro players. It's something that he points out, he identifies as they don't do it enough. Lean on the Expo on defense in the first 2 minutes. This deck is a deck for patient players. If you are not a patient player, you're going to have to learn to be patient, or you're probably not going to have a lot of success with the deck. So Surge going ahead and just kind of cycling, and then there it is, Expo cycle. So stacking Expos, albeit not much of a stack, but it's really difficult to break through 2 Expos in double elixir time when you can cycle to the second one faster. So here it goes, going to be Barbarians putting in a little bit of work against that Expo. Luckily for Surge, one of those Barbarians did connect for a few swings against that Expo, mitigating the damage on his tower. Now we have an Ice Wiz getting another hit on that left tower, so left tower down to 33-13, and the other towers all pretty healthy for both of these pros. So again, Surge is going to go ahead and play that Furnace there. Why is he playing it over there? Well, he knows Karnage is playing Expo, so normally Surge probably wouldn't use that placement, but he knows he has Rocket and he knows he has Expo, so why would he put it in Expo range? So here it comes, going to be some minor chip damage on that tower. Karnage happy just to counter with the Ice Wizard, and there he goes, another defensive Expo setting up here. Again, playing the defensive Expo far back first, and then he's going to go ahead and lean on the, cycle, to another Expo in a moment here. He uses his logs, he uses his skeletons, he uses his Ice Golem, his 3 cheapest cards, and then he's already back to another Expo. So let's see what he does here. Is he going to use it? He does. Perfect illustration of how to cycle to 2 Expos, and because Surge doesn't have that big spell, he's forced to deal with the other defensive Expo, chipping away at all his cards in both lanes while he's trying to deal with the offensive Expo. So it forces a Miner out of him. Look at that first Expo, just finally died. And now the Expo is going to go ahead and take care of some of those Fire Spirits. We played the Mega Minion. He's already back to another Expo. So this is not an Expo cycle deck, but he's playing it like it is right now. And Surge is on his, I mean, he's in a tough spot right now. He plays the Barbarians, he plays the Miner. Look at the damage. Surge right now, you can tell, is out of his game, and he's playing the game of how to deal with Karnage's Expos, rather than focusing on how he's going to connect to Karnage's towers. So again, a defensive Expo again from Karnage as we get 10 seconds already into sudden death overtime here. And remember, overtime is a bit different. It's a lot different, not on 1v1 ladder, but everywhere else. So remember that as an Expo player. I think that a lot of Expo players are kind of mixed opinions on the state, I guess, of Expo with the new overtime rules. Some players say it's going to be better for Expo. Some say it might be a little bit worse. I'm just going to go ahead and give that time, because I'm certainly not, excuse me, an Expo player. So why would I give my opinions on it, right? 2 Expos there at the bridge this time. Man, stacking again in the left lane, almost a full minute, 50 seconds at least, into overtime here, and we still haven't really gotten a lucrative Expo lock. Another nice Musketeer here. Surge getting a lot of defensive value out of his Muskies, and finally has the opportunity to go in for a Loon here. We have NATO in hand, though, so I am assuming we're just going to go ahead and activate King Tower here, and it looks like Karnage is happy to do so. However, we do take 1 hit from that balloon, plus some minor chip damage. We're able to cycle to an Ice Golem and an Ice Wizard to defend here, but still 1174 HP. How does he do this? Another defensive Expo. Now remember, just 1 lock can get you the win when you're playing Icepo, right? Because 1 lock oftentimes is all you need to get it to rocket range, get the tower, that is, to rocket range. So Ice Wizard and NATO showing how strong they can be as a tandem on defense. Meanwhile, 8-11, no big spell, though, in Surge's deck. So here we go again with that defensive Ice Wiz and another offensive Expo here. And this time, Ice Golem is down, Balloon is down. We have NATO in hand, check it out. Gonna NATO that back, allowing the Mega Minion and the Ice Wiz to keep that Expo very healthy here. Over 50% health, 717 on the right tower, but doesn't matter. We have that lockdown. We have Rocket in hand. We have Log in hand too. Gonna go ahead and just allow that Expo to do its thing here. 50 seconds left, but guess what, guys? We have it in rocket range. All we need to do is defend. So we have Rocket selected. We go ahead and use it there. A Musketeer is down trying to snipe that Expo. We do, but we have NATO in hand as well. So 340 remaining. This one's gonna come down to it here, guys. 34 seconds left on the clock. Oh my word. Miner goes in. Karnage, all he can do here is defend, defend, defend. Miner's on that tower. Oh no, 186, 166. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know that he wins, but geez, that got really close there. Honest to God, I didn't watch this particular replay ahead of time, and I'm like, wait, did he share a loss at the end there with the Miner on the tower? But he just barely got that Rocket off. Really close match between 2 of the best players, certainly in the entire world. So let's go into the next replay. All right, guys, I rarely show you guys Expo versus Graveyard, so I wanted to go show you this one against Tilt Drain. Tilt Drain. Check out his Twitter. Shout out. So early on here, again, we're just going to use the Ice Golem behind our King Tower, and it looks like Tilt is going to go ahead and respond with a Knight in back of his. So Tilt playing the traditional Splash Yard deck, and then we go with the defensive Expo. I mean, this is beautiful. You guys know it's kind of a meme. It's kind of a joke here on the channel that half the time I give you the pro tips and the pro does exactly the opposite. This video is exactly what he said he does. Focus on defensive Expos, take things really slow in single elixir time. Patience, patience, patience is the virtue that Expo, the Icepo more specifically, pros and players in general need to learn and practice and master if they want to be good at a deck like this. So here comes Mega Minion against that bowler. Obviously, we already know what the opponent is playing, so let's see how he defends. Look at his hand right now. Ice Golem, Log. He plays the Ice Golem in the back there, allowing the Ice Wiz to do some work. Graveyard comes down. He has Skeletons there to kite the Baby Dragon for a moment rather than to counter that Graveyard. Interesting decision there. And then he has the Ice Wizard back in hand to do some work against those Skeletons. However, we do end up taking like 1,000 damage or so on our left tower. So, you know, not too bad of a job there by Karnage. He decides to go on offense, realizing that Bowler was out of hand primarily. He plays a Knight instead, the opponent that is, and then we respond with a Mega Minion. So just kind of waiting to see what the opponent does and then reacting. So again, Ice Expo gets a lock on that Executioner, but look at that, guys. I mean, he's already spent a lot of elixir trying to defend this Expo. He's an Executioner, he's a Knight, he used a Bowler now. I mean, he used a lot, right? And we're able to at least come away with elixir advantage just because of that Expo and then supporting it a little bit. So now we counter that Bowler just using skeletons. So a nice position all of a sudden here for a Karnage, and he's happy to go ahead and Expo again. Again, realizing that there's no good counter the opponent has. They wasted all of their counters on that previous Expo sequence. So we do get a lock here. And this is, this is not an easy matchup. The opponent does have their Poison, they do have their Knight, they have their Executioner, of course they have their Bowler, their big body against our Expo. So we go with the Ice Wiz in the back. We go ahead and we preemptively NATO against that Knight there. Not a bad idea there from Karnage. Of course, there was no graveyard, so it looks like you can tell that Tilt, the opponent here, is happy just to reset with that Bowler and then going with another graveyard. But the defensive Expo on the strong side tower, hugging that tower just like he said, guys, is going to do a great job preventing that opponent from getting another big push pulled off. Expos do a lot of good work against graveyards. I don't need to tell you guys that. So here we go again, a defensive Expo again by Karnage here. And then just log chip cycling there, taking the tower all the way down to 1750 just because of that first kind of lucrative Expo lock. And then here comes Baby Dragon, Poison's down as well. So Expo isn't selected right now. He goes again with the defensive Expo, just showing how many defensive Expos he's going to use in this matchup. I'm so happy I showed this one. We go ahead and we rocket here. So, okay, he broke the rule. He rocketed. He did rocket. Okay, man, that was the curse of Ash, if we've ever seen one on the channel. I just spoke too soon. I'm like, he's done everything like we said in our tips. But like I said, there is no hard and fast rule for every situation. That was a nice defensive Expo, rocket rather, taking down 10 elixir for 6. Not too bad, right? So again, a defensive Expo here. The Poison comes out from the opponent, but you can see we're in the driver's seat here. There's nothing they can do at this point. All these defensive Expos, once we have that strong kind of robust defense set up on our end, then we're a little bit more, willing to use that rocket cycle. All we're going to take is one more rocket, a couple logs, and that tower's down. So let's see what we do. There's no reason at this point in this match to play an offensive Expo, right, guys? So here it goes. Just Ice Golem doing a good job. Distraction again. Baby Dragon is down. We have a log. See, we're getting our logs in before our rocket. Smart move by Karnage, because why make that big 6 elixir investment on the rocket when we can just focus on the logs first? We go with another defensive Expo in the opposite lane again. Nice defense there. We use the Ice Golem to distract the Baby Dragon and the Ice Wizard to take care of those skeletons. There it is. A log is down. That means it's going to be GG. We have the rocket in hand. Rocket is launched in now, and there it goes. See how he waited a second on that rocket? Oh, I did bad math, Ash math there. Wanted to make sure he had enough elixir for the log, and it was back in cycle. Nice job there by Karnage. 2 HP, make it 0 HP. Another GG by Karnage. You know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and show you one more replay, but I'm going to do it in double time, and then I'm going to hop into the arena, because these matches always go into sudden death overtime because we're playing Expo. And I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a giant skeleton replay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you this replay, and this is a 6-minute draw. I'm just going to play it in double speed really quickly. Actually, in 4 times speed. I just want to get to, because the opponent has another siege deck, Mortar Royal Hogs, which I'm going to share on the channel in a couple days, by the way, this deck. Really strong right now. I would say it's the best Mortar deck right now in the game. Maybe Mortar Miner Bait is right on the same level, but this is definitely up there. So anyway, Royal Hogs, Mortar, Earthquake. How do we deal with Earthquake as an Expo user? That's my question, and that's what we hope to answer in this replay. Karnage none too happy about it. So we go in there, we distract that Mortar. Musketeer coming down the left. We're going double elixir time, so let's go 2 times speed here. The rest of the match. We go defensive Expo, but Earthquake is in hand. Earthquake is down. Like, how does he... Obviously, he doesn't win this. We King Tower activate. We draw it. He told me in the DMs that this matchup he wanted to share just because he finds it so difficult, right? And this is a matchup that you have to draw. He called it an impossible matchup because they have Earthquake. They have Mortar, Earthquake, Royal Hogs. How do you connect against an Earthquake deck? It's really difficult. It's even more challenging than a Hog Earthquake deck. So he's just going to be leaning on defensive Expos here. And again, utilizing defensive Expo again, defensive Expo, kind of switching sides to the healthy tower versus the non-healthy tower. And you know what? Let's just go 4 speed here because it's kind of rinse and repeat. It's not a very interesting match to watch necessarily, but he's still using his Expo defensively a lot against, even though he has Earthquake in hand. But just the fact that he's able to draw this matchup out, and you can see with the Earthquake how difficult it is, right? But is utilizing, again, Rocket sometimes defensively, Expo defensively. This is the mindset you have to have as an Expo player, and this is probably why I'm not an Expo player, right? Being able to just sit there for 6 minutes and draw out matchups after matchups after matchups, excuse me, it's a benefit that you have, right? Because you have the ability to draw out bad matchups as an Expo player. It's also a disadvantage, again, in terms of patience, right? So anyway, here I go, guys. Gonna jump into the arena, give the deck a try. Again, not an Expo, not an Expo user myself, but, you know, let's try to apply the tips to our own gameplay. All right. Pikachu. Well, I am Ash. He's Pikachu. It's meant to be, right? So we're gonna start out with an Expo. I'm joking. Don't want to start out with an Expo, with Icepo. Gonna start out with skeletons in the back and let the opponent make a move. So I'm going to go ahead and just Ice Golem his Mega Minion. Rocket Pong 1. It might be Pong's clan. I'm not sure. So hey, maybe we're playing a mirror matchup here. Okay, I take it back. I think I'm just going to go ahead and rocket that. It's obviously a bad trade for me, but whenever I watch Expo players go against a Goblin Hut deck, I notice that they do the same thing. So I'm basically just copying what the pros do here. It's gonna log. If it was a little bit healthier, that boy Rascal, I could have King Tower activated, but keep that in mind for the next time if he splits. Mega Minion in the back, we'll go Ice Wiz. This guy's actually, look at his card level, so it would be a big mistake to do a Rocket here. Look at this guy's card levels, guys. I didn't even notice that. Okay, I'm going to go with the Expo here. We'll see if it's a mistake. I thought he was going to go Rascals. He did. Okay, sweet. Okay, all of a sudden I feel really good about this. Going to take down that. Just need to take down those Spear Goblins, and I'll be good. Yeah, I feel like such a bully. I might actually even just cut this match because look at this poor guy's card levels, man. Truthfully, I haven't been playing a ton this season because I just finished. I guess I've been playing enough to finish the pass. I just finished it on the last day, or the last day of the season. But a lot of travel and whatnot. Definitely not going to be hitting like a new personal best or anything. But you know, I guess I'll keep it in depending on how we do, I guess. Well, I'm just gonna go with the defensive Expo here because he Goblin Hutted. Goblin Hutted. Put down an Ice Golem here. Kind of chill. It's going to log as well. Play skeletons. A nice lock there. Keep cycling. This actually might be a mistake, but I feel like I got so much value out of that defensive Expo. I'm going to break the Karnage rule, obviously. I feel like I got so much value out of that defensive Expo that it's actually not a bad decision. He poisons again. It's fine. I don't know what this deck even is. What do you guys think his win condition is? So again, just to be clear, the reason I rocketed that Mega Minion is because I felt I took down that previous. You might have okay, it's Graveyard. Just gonna go ahead and log here just to play it safe. I didn't even need that log. The log didn't even do anything. But I'm gonna go ahead and he actually did get to the tower with the Mega Minion. That was kind of sloppy there. We'll go ahead and rocket here. This is essentially just rocket cycling, obviously. But I want to make sure that I'm smart too, and I continue to kind of stack Expos. So I'm just going to stack an Expo over here. Whatever. It's not pretty, but it'll do. I think I probably could have won there if I didn't use log. There. But it is what it is. I guess we'll keep it. I don't know. One more log and we're good to go. We'll go to the next match, but you know, feel for the guy. I'm just such a bully. GG's, man. Good game. And we won't give him an emote. All right, let's go to the next one here, guys. See, I'm at, dude, pretty low. Pretty dang low. I was at 6,500 trophies, and I tilted. I tilted pretty badly. Anybody on my friends list will know. The other night I was trying out a deck for a video, actually. And man, just not my deck, you know. I'm not even gonna end up doing a video on it because I was sometimes when I'm so terrible with a deck, I don't even like to do. I'm gonna go Expo here. See if we can get a lock on. Get a lock, get a lock, get a lock, get a lock. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Okay, that was kind of a panic ice golem there, but it's okay. I want to go in with a mega minion. Hopefully I can keep this. Okay, bad mega. No. Okay, it's not a bad mega minion. This is the last day of the witch before the rework, guys. What do you think of that rework, by the way? You guys a fan of it? My first impressions are that she's not going to be that good anymore. Oh. Yes, please. All right. That's a situation where we can rock it, right? This is going to be fairly easy to defend. Famous last words, right? Just going to pull that there. And... okay, so he uses a very strange NATO there. Okay, I might just take a hit from this Dark Prince. Nope, he doesn't even get through. Because I don't want to log because I know he has Goblin Gang in hand. And there, he uses it there anyway, so I'm actually just going to let that go through because I want to make sure. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure where we are on Elixir right now, so I'd rather just kind of... I think I'm just going to pull a Carnage and go with a defensive Expo here. I don't want to make the mistake that he said that everybody makes, which is they don't play enough defensive. Can I get the king? Yes, I got the activation. Sweet. So that was good. I had to use a lot of Elixir, though. But I'm going to waste a rocket here because he doesn't have his win condition, which is Hog in hand. And I have the defensive Expo already set up. This is a weird deck, though. I got to be careful. Okay, I'm going to use... nice. See, that defensive Expo did work? And you can see where his head was at, right? Ice Golem first. So I want to set another defensive Expo. Oh, man, I didn't pull the Hog. That sucked. Let's put Skeletons down. I'm reluctant to overcommit since that's already my weak side tower. I'm just going to... he gave me... I think he thought I didn't have as much Elixir as I did, so I'm just going to rocket that Witch up. I don't get the Mega Minion to the tower, but he actually... maybe that's what he wanted me to do with the... since he had the Wizard in hand. I don't know. Okay, there's his... another Expo high. He does have Hog in hand, but we want to take this... ooh. Alright. This is easy to defend. Log it all back. That was easy to defend, I guess, but can't count this guy out. I mean, I certainly not in a done battle yet, right? Another Expo. Really trying to be smart, using a lot of defensive Expos. I don't catch that, which sucked, but I'm not going to over-defend again. I'm happy with him splitting his damage, honestly. I'm going to be honest. Does he have... I don't remember his big spell. So I'm going to go in. Oh boy, I got him. That's it. He's going to Hog, I think. P.E.K.K.A. Whatever. Alright, there it is. Not too bad, not too bad. Again, you know, for what it's worth. Content a little bit, you know, a little bit low ladder. But at the same time, hopefully the idea between these, you know, behind these battles and stuff, this battle portion of the video where I play these decks, isn't so much to flex any skills. It's more to kind of learn and go through the process of, okay, he said to do this or that or the other thing. I'm going to try to go ahead and adjust my gameplay, you know? Not to be like, oh, look at me, I'm beating a guy with level 11 cards, what up? You know? It's more of like a learning process, and now this guy's a level 12, so I don't know. This will be the last match. I also want to make it worthwhile for your time, you know, because I appreciate you guys watching all my videos and stuff, and obviously if you guys are watching at this point in the video towards the end, it's definitely appreciated. So, he plays, it might be a Gollum matchup. This is going to be interesting. Obviously a difficult matchup, if it is. I'm assuming it is. Either Giant or Gollum. I'm going to go with the Expo here, because I think I can actually defend this. Famous last words, right? Log, log, log! Nice. So as long as I kept that... Oh, it's a Giant, though. Man. It's kind of a bummer. I'm just going to Ice Whiz. Hopefully... Might not even have to use my skeletons here. Not that skeletons... Not that saving one elixir is that big of a deal, but in a matchup like this, where we're at a disadvantage already, it's definitely something that, you know, we're going to try to save every elixir, you know? So he logs there. And I'm just going to kind of cycle an Ice Golem. Just going to Skeleton here. He doesn't have log in hand, so I'm not sure exactly why he... Lumberjacked. I'm just going to Expo. It's back to Giant, so it would just be stupid to... Nice Golem there. He's going to Fireball again. Put Skeletons down here. And that should clean that up nicely. And look at that. My Expo's pretty healthy too, so... I'm happy with it, but again, it's not double elixir time, so I can't, like, stack the Expos or anything. Actually, I can't. I take it back. Let's do it. He's not back to Giant yet. He does have the Lumberjack, so I want to psych... Oh, my God. Get it down. Oh, man. I'm actually going to go for it here, guys. I'm going to push this bowler out of range and just stack... Ooh, that was an awful Mega Minion. Oops. Ugh, that sucked. Is he gonna log? Yeah, that was okay. So now he's making OP plays. Nice prediction log. Shout out. Played well, my man. Defensive Expo. So he has Bowler and Giant. Not good. This time we're not gonna stack up. I basically wasted 3 elixir like a noob there. Kind of just do this here. Ooh, he logs. I went with the Mega Minion thinking that he was going to go with either a Giant or Bowler because I knew he had them both in hand immediately. I'm going to go with Skeletons because he has Fireball in hand, so why even bother, right? Ice Whiz. It's fine. Gonna go again with a predictive Mega Minion. It's challenging though because he's back to Giant, you know? Too early on the Skeletons. Little mistakes like that, honestly. He's gonna go Lumberjack in the right again, so I gotta be ready for that. I'm gonna Expo here actually. He might Fireball. Did get a little bit of damage on that right tower. No Fireball in hand, so I can set up. Alright, we'll see if this is a mistake, guys. We're gonna rocket that. Okay. He sets up with the Giant in back, so he knows it's go time. I'm gonna Ice Wizard in back. Set up with the defensive Expo. He's gonna try to pull off a mammoth push. I'm gonna cycle to another rocket and try to use it on defense. He looks to be cycling to it, trying to cycle to another. I'm gonna pull there. Skeletons to chop down that. Damn it. Okay. That sucked on that bowler. And it was really... I could have played better defense, truthfully. But my mistake was really taking the bait and going with the... taking the bait and going with that, that rocket, you know? And that's what Karnage told me. It is exactly what he told us, right, guys? That's where players lose. Luckily, no. I was going to say, luckily I can probably draw this out, but no, I don't think I can. He can fireball cycle me, so I almost have to... yeah, I think I lost. Yeah. Yep, one more fireball. Well played, man. Hey, I got to hand it to him. Even though he had matchup, obviously, with a bowler... with a bowler giant deck. He did well. He had that prediction log. I made some mistakes. Probably could have played a little bit better. But with 5 seconds left. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he just got it down. We'll give him the good luck. Baba Yaga took down by a level 12. What a way to end the video. But hey, it is what it is. I hope you guys learned from my mistakes, especially in that last match. I should have been able to draw that out, truthfully, had I not made so many mistakes, especially with that aggressive rocket. I should have identified the matchup. This is why I don't have the patience, right, to play Expo, especially with that aggressive rocket. Like, just listen, you know you don't have matchup, Ash. Just chill, sit back, play defense, and it will draw, right? It's still ladder, so it still draws out. Anyway, guys, let me know again how you did this season. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a long-awaited request here to have Karnage on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to Karnage. Check out his player stats and information in his Twitter. There we go. In the show notes below. Thanks to Royale for his stats info as well. And a huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Thank you for watching. And as always, take care, guys.